Welcome back to Siemens Fieldhouse. We're about to get underway with the third match of the day in Buena Vista. They've already won their first two in commanding fashion.
Tim, we might have had a mix-up. Looks like we're going to be taking on Dana College in this matchup instead of Northwestern like we talked about just a few minutes ago.
One thing with Dana College, they got quite a few open spots. In fact, they have 3 of them.
They're giving up 18 points right away.
And we're going to probably fly right through this. So,
like in every match today, we're going to be starting off with Andy Kruger, which is at 165. They just decided every match, no matter what mat is on, is at 165 for the beginning weight. They don't draw it like they usually do.
I think they drew it before the tournament started, and that's what they came out with. One reason why they did that is because a lot of heavyweights felt they were at a disadvantage because when meets came down to the end, it was really close. They had too much weight on their shoulders, and they adopted this system where they draw a number for the match to decide who's going to start. So
that is a good point, Tim. I'm glad to have you beside me here today. And might I add, it was extremely nice of BVU President Fred Moore to come up and talk to us in between the action, so we'd like to say thanks to him and keep doing a great job with the university. Okay, let's take a look at the Dana College lineup right now. Hey, Tim, you want to wave hi? So, take a look at the Dana College lineup at 125. Who do we have?
We got Jack. I'm going to butcher these names once more. Here, he's unwinless, or winless.
Unwinless.
That's a double negative. I'm going down. He hasn't won a match all year, so let's see if we can keep that streak alive. At 133, the weight class is open. 141, Ben Wilcox, a fairly decent wrestler with a 14-4 record. 149, another open slot. 157, they got 2 wrestlers that could either go Darrell Foster or Chad Rybar. Both, one is a senior, the other one is a sophomore. Foster's only lost one match so far this year. What can we look for at the heavier weight brackets?
Oh, at 165, we got Stephen Jenny, a senior out of Monroe, Nebraska, with a 10-9 record. At 174, we got Alex Gum, a freshman out of Council Bluffs, Iowa, with a record of 4-12. Or you can also find Riley Tonkin, a junior out of Lincoln, Nebraska, with a record of 8-10. At 184, it's open. So that's another 6 points there given to BV. At 197, it's Perry Mostik, a senior out of Newman Grove, Nebraska, with a record of 8-13. And at the heavyweight position, we got Tom Wisman, a sophomore out of Falls City, Nebraska, with a record of 12-13.
Head coach at Dana College is Steve Costanzo.
Head coach for the Beavers is Al Baxter.
The one, the only.
Looks like we're ready to go. Early on, the score is 0-0 in this match.
Stephen Jenny is more of an average wrestler. He's won one match over his halfway point, so he's 10-9 on the season. Of course, Kruger, he doesn't lose very often. Kind of goes with the territory of being a national champion.
Yeah, that kind of helps. Out of bounds, coming back to the middle. It's kind of interesting. Our regular heavyweight on the season, Dax Dorn, before he broke his foot in the Florida Duels, wrestled last year at Dana and went to the Nationals for him his freshman and sophomore year for the Vikings, but decided that he wanted to switch schools, come back up to BV, and take his chances here with the Beavers.
As it looks with the team competitions, if you go with Buena Vista, you're going with the winner. So not a bad choice.
Looks like got an injury timeout going here. Dana's wrestler's holding his head. Wonder if he's thinking or if he has something, got knocked upside the head or something. coach and the ref is looking on, trying to figure out if he's able to go or not.
Last year, Andy Kruger finished the season with a 36-4 record. But overall for his career at Buena Vista, he's 68-16.
That's not too shabby.
No, it's not.
We're back to the action here. Just under 2 minutes to go in the opening period. Still no score.
Working on the inside right there with a little hand control. Staying in good position. He's got the single in. He's going to probably try and circle back into the middle of the mat. They like hanging on that side of the match for some reason. Right now he's pulling him back in, taking advantage of his position. He got his 2 points.
As you said, 2-point takedown for Kruger. Kruger has had 2 pins on the day. Let's hope he can pick up his 3rd.
So far, this competitor looks like he's probably the toughest one he's going to face all day. Andy Kruger in high school was a 2-time state champion. Pretty impressive.
1-point escape for the Northwestern, or for the Dana College wrestler, Stephen Jenny.
Andy Kruger's probably going to be going after his 2nd national championship this year. He already knows the pressure of trying to return as a champion after winning, so when you're at the top, everybody's coming after you to knock you off.
So we wish the best of luck to him throughout the rest of the season. About 15 seconds left here in the opening period. Kruger shoots, trying to get a takedown, 2-point takedown for Kruger.
Very crucial 2 points there as the first period ends. That gives them a 4-1 advantage.
We got a flip. It's going to look like it's going to be Kruger's decision whether to take the up position or down position.
He's choosing down, hoping to get an escape and add to his 4 points. It's up very quickly. Going for the switch. He gets his leg. He's got 1 point for an escape.
Makes the score 5-1.
Now they will start in the neutral position. This is the first match in the duel between Buena Vista and Dana.
Still trying to dance around. Second period.
Nothing really doing. They're both timing their moves. They probably already got an idea of what they want to do. They're just waiting for the other person to set it up for them.
Your conditioning really pays a part right now, Tim, this late in the day, going on your 3rd match.
Conditioning is a very key part of wrestling. As you can see, most wrestlers are very physically fit. It's a whole body workout. There's not much you can really do other than just train your soul out to go and prepare yourself for wrestling matches. The adrenaline that goes through your system when you're wrestling is incredible. It's just, if you ever wrestle around with your brothers or whatever on the weekends and you go for like about 15 to 20 seconds, you already know what they're going through, but they're going through about 7 minutes of it, and they're going to do it 4 times today. So you know these guys are in top physical shape.
2-point takedown for Kruger. Increases his lead to 6, 7-1. Coming back to the middle.
Only 20 seconds left, so Kruger's going to ride him out. Doesn't want to give up a point for an escape when there's this little time left.
It's into the second period now. Kruger is up by the score of 7-1. Looks like Jenny is staying down. Kruger's going to be on top.
Caution there. Looks like it was on Kruger. Moving a little bit before the whistle. He's got himself in a bad situation right now. No one has established control.
Two-point back points right there. Kruger goes back on top. Kruger gives him an escape. Now the score is 9-2.
Kind of waiting for something to happen between these two. Not really taking it easy, but they're just waiting for something to happen. Waiting for the opponent to move it around, get off balance. Watch his hand control. There he is on the shot. He's going to finish it off. He has him on his back. The referee didn't see the same thing everyone else did, so no near fall points. That makes the score now 11-2. With 45 seconds left in the third period. Andy Kruger on his way to his third victory during the duels today. If you can see the shiny skin, that's all sweat on these guys, working it out.
Rolls him over, gets one more escape out of the Stephen Jennings. Score now is 11-3.
20 seconds left. Look for Andy Kruger to go and get another takedown here to take his lead by 10 and make a major decision. There's only 10 seconds left, so if he wants to do it, he's got to do it fast.
As you see, the time is winding down. Finishing the action right here. Andy Kruger is going to come out the victor one more time.
The score of 11-3, and that's all she wrote for that match.
Nice job by Andy Kruger, having a tough opponent right there. Not able to pin him like he has the other two, but still able to come out with the victory.
Matt Schuver's coming up. He's the possibility of wrestling two different guys. It could be either Alex Gum or Riley Tonkin. We don't know, so we'll just call it as we see it. Trying to work a duck under there.
Hey, Joe, come on, give me your last 25 seconds. Okay?
Schuver battled back. He got pinned in his first match today. Came back strong and pins his last guy against Briar Cliff, so let's hopefully he can keep that momentum going.
There he was. He's setting up his shot. Got an ankle pick. He's holding on to it, take advantage of it.
Nice takedown by Matt Schuver.
Looked like he's going to go and try and get a hold of that hand and get it tilled in. They've worked out of bounds, and the referee's going to start them back at the center.
Deanna trying to escape right there, no go.
When Schuver was in high school, he qualified for the state tournament. He finished his senior season with a 32-4 record, which isn't too shabby.
I would take it if I used to wrestle. I would take it now if I wrestled. The fact is, I didn't wrestle.
A lot of people didn't have the fortunate background to have wrestling in their experience in life, but that's all right. Since you went out for basketball, we won't get down on you.
You have to take that up with my mother. She wouldn't sign the permission slip when I was younger, so. 1 point escape for the Viking out of Dana College.
Got to get in a risky situation there.
Coach Baxter looking on, cheering on the victor, or cheering on Matt Schuver, hopefully to be the victor of this match.
Looked very concentrated. There he is. He's working on the hand control around the head. Setting up, he's going for that same move, and it works again.
Increases the lead to 4-1 in favor of Matt.
Way to work that last seconds of the period. Go and increase his lead to 4-1.
Coming into the second period.
He's going to put a little grip on his hand. Try and turn him over. Get some near fall points.
This match isn't quite going as fast as the other ones.
That's okay. He got some ball and chain on. He might lose it here, though. There he got some.
Try to roll him over to his back. We can get one more good push out of him.
He's going to want to tighten up on that.
Oh, he loses it.
Lost control of that hand.
2 points for back points right there.
He still has leg control. He lets that go. He wants to work something else. Working extremely close to being out of bounds.
Slide out of bounds.
Score is currently 6-1 in favor of Matt Schuver.
Almost had a pin right there, Tim. Just couldn't quite get that ball and chain over.
It's one thing when you're wrestling, you're setting up your moves, you want to take your time, make sure to do it right so you don't get caught in a bad situation. It's better to go and give up what you're doing instead of getting stuck on your back.
That hurt.
That didn't look good. And we got injury time started already.
You heard that one when he hit the mat, Tim, and it just didn't sound healthy at all.
It didn't. It looks like he still wants to wrestle, though.
Let's take a quick look at that replay, Tim, and see actually how hard he hit the mat. You see Matt lifting him up right there. Lands pretty awkward on his, I believe that is his right arm. You can just see the pain in his face down at the bottom. But he's back into wrestling action right now.
little mind over matter. He's going to forget about the pain and go for the, well, I don't think he's going to get a victory right now the way he's looking, because Matt Schuber's pretty much dominating him, but he's a strong competitor that's not willing to give up.
1 point escape for the red.
Shoots in for a double leg. He's going to get caught. He wants to get off his back. Time ran out.
Lucky for Matt Schuber, he got caught in a bad situation.
That could have been for the second time today. He got caught earlier when he was pretty much dominating the match, and there he got caught again. He trying a risky move. Looks like he lost his contact. Not going to bother putting it back in, saving time. Being considerate for other people.
That is so sweet of him. Score now is 6-4. Schuber is started in the down position.
He's currently leading 6-4 in this match.
Final period is underway. He's trying to get an escape point coming up.
He's going to try and peel off that hand from his hip, get his hand control and be able to switch it right around. There he goes.
Nice escape. Increases his lead to 3.
Minute 30 left in this final period.
Next weight class is open. Dana doesn't have a wrestler to fill that position, so that's going to be a quick one.
That'll be nice. Looks like these two like the other edge of the mat. They're just trying to stay away from those cheerleaders.
I hate to see the cheerleaders get hurt sometime, you know. That'd just be bad. Just under a minute to go in the final period.
Schuber's probably going to go with the same move if he gets out of this hanging. He's going to stay gripped up and locked up with this guy. He's not going to get very much done, but he's going to go and shoot in for that ankle lock probably again.
One close match we already seen earlier today. A ref called stalling point on BV, so better watch out for that.
Right now he's controlling his hips, but his head's caught. He's going to want to suck that leg up and throw him. Getting a risky situation.
That's the end of the match right now. Matt Schuber pulls off the 3-point victory to increase the Buena Vista lead to 7. So 2 tough matches for BV right there.
Looks like Schuber is one of those gambling wrestlers, taking risky moves in hopes that it's going to pay off.
We have a correction. It looks like Dan is going to fill up that 184-pound match. That the other wrestler at 174 looks like he's wrestling up a weight division. So we got Ben Borkowski back on the mat for BV.
Ben lost his earlier match today. Hopefully he's going to bounce back and improve his situation. Getting pretty tight up there. Get a little too close. You probably want to move away. Open it up.
Wrestlers are dancing around.
Working on hand control more than anything else. When they get this tight in, don't expect a lot of takedowns to take place.
No points awarded there.
getting close to being out of bounds. Ben's going to work back in, though. He got his 2 point for a takedown. Trying to lock up that leg, sweep him over. He got some blocked. Tighten it up.
See if we can get him rolled over one more time. Get his other shoulder to the mat. It's a nice angle there. You kind of see it.
All he has to do is tuck up that other shoulder. He's going to be stuck in this situation for a long time if he doesn't get off his back, because there's still 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this period. It's going to wear down on him quite a bit. And he gets the pin.
Nice job by Ben Borkowski. Good fight back from his first match today.
Next up, we got Dax Doran going, or excuse me,
Dave Doble.
Dave Doble, excuse me. He's kind of getting a little antsy there. I was expecting to see the big heavyweight back in the lineup.
This one's going against Perry Mostake. Dave Doble has 2 pins earlier today. Shoots the leg, can't quite get it. No score early on in this match.
These wrestlers trying to get a feel for each other. Moore just hanging on the head right now. Not necessarily seeing who's the stronger man, but probably looking for who's going to be the better one.
One thing that I've learned today so far, Tim, is doesn't matter who's the strongest man in wrestling, who has the best leverage,
the best technique. It all goes down to the way you go out there and you prepare for your match. Who's more conditioned. A lot of factors in the sport of wrestling. He's got that headlock in. He's going to try and swing his hips around, but the referee's going to stop it. The stalemate.
No points right now. Halfway through the first period.
Total team score right now, Buena Vista is on top 13-0. Haven't lost a match so far.
Over on the mat number 2 today right now, Northwestern takes the lead over William Penn, 18-0.
Off to an early start. But back here with Buena Vista, guys working on their hand control. He's going to try and spin that around and get his 2 points. He's got to block the arm. These guys get a little bit closer to the cheerleaders.
Cheerleaders try to back up.
I would.
Yeah, I wouldn't want a guy thrown into me if I was sitting on the ground either.
Let's hope not. Those are some interesting tattoos he has there.
Yes.
Can you tell what they are?
I'm not real sure I want to know what they are.
Looks like he has a dragon on his right arm there. But more importantly, he's using his right arm to hold on to that his opponent's left arm with that underhook.
winding down here in the first period. Into the first period, score is 0-0. Not a lot of scoring going on. In fact, there's no scoring going on.
Be surprising who's going to go down first. Oh, they choose neutral. That's a surprise to me. I would have expected somebody to go in the down position to go and get an escape.
Doble shoots, grabs one leg, working on the second, picks him up, takes him down, throws him around like a ragamuffin.
Getting a little bit closer to the cheerleaders again. Giving the cheerleaders a nice shot.
Out of bounds one more time, going back to the middle.
Of course, that's a shot at the action in the wrestling match.
Tim, I would love to know what your childhood was like.
Well, if it's anything like this instant replay here, let's take a look at it.
Okay.
Here he is. He's getting inside position, just lifts up, swings over the legs. And I felt that vibration up here.
Well, if your childhood is anything like that, I can understand the way you're acting right now.
The mean streets of Des Moines were good to me.
Doble working on getting the arm position that he would like.
Score is currently 2-0 in favor Buena Vista. For the dual score, Buena Vista is on top 13-0. Off to an early lead. Trying to pull him back. Sucking him back.
Nice job right there by Doble, working on some back points, near falls. Trying to get the pin right now.
He's digging his chin right into his chest. That doesn't feel too good. When you get that hard bone on hard bone, it kind of gets to the joints there, and it doesn't feel very comfortable.
Nice pin by Dave Doble. Good, strong finish.
That's going to increase Buena Vista's lead to 19-0.
Now we're going to look at the heavyweight position. And it looks like Dana does not have anyone to wrestle right now, so Derek Schumacher comes up with the victory. First action for Nick Field today. The other two had open weight classes for him, so this is his first action day. Let's hope he can come out on top.
Surprising he has an open class is. It's not very surprising that the lowest weight class is open, because it's very hard to find wrestlers small enough to go and make the weight, that can compete at this level.
I don't think I've been 125 since about the 7th grade.
I don't even want to tell you when I was. Of course, a couple of years ago, the weight classes were a little bit lower. The original lowest weight class was 118. They kind of had a couple accidents where guys were cutting their weight, and actually, sad note, a couple people died from it in Wisconsin and a couple other schools, and coaches wanted to do something about it, so they decided to raise the weight classes and put some restrictions on the amount of weight the wrestlers could lose.
As you see Nick Field get 2 points for a takedown right there, and is working on a near fall, trying to get that shoulder scooted over one more time, going for the pin.
He got some butcher hooked up right now. Now he's going to go off on the half. And it doesn't look good if you're Dana College.
Jake Hare is pinned by Nick Field, a junior out of Woodward, Iowa. Gets his 20th victory on the season. He was 19-6 coming into today, so he reaches the 20-win mark. So another pin by BV. Now we see Mark Van Beek come out after Rick Schweizberger takes a pretty easy victory right there.
Just flying through these matches.
Mark Van Beek at 141. Working against Ben Wilcox. Ben Wilcox is a much taller opponent than Mark Van Beek, it looks like, but seems like Mark Van Beek has a little bit more to him.
Yeah, he's more of a lanky wrestler, but I think Van Beek got a lower center of gravity and a little bit stronger upper body, which will work in his favor.
So as you see Mark Van Beek on top of Wilcox with a 2-point advantage after that takedown, they scoot out of bounds.
One advantage to being a more lanky wrestler is you can get better leverage on certain situations. Of course, the other bad thing is you're a little bit taller off the mat. You got to bend down a little bit lower to get a hold of the smaller guys. But either way, there's no definite advantage of any body composition.
Mark Van Beek has it hooked, working on rolling him back for the 45-degree angle as Tim told you about.
He's holding on to him with those legs. He's not going to go anywhere. Just working up for his points. Takes the lead to 5-0. Almost had him in a tilt, locked up there. He's going to work on that arm and try and roll him back. Keep him in bounds. There he is. He got that arm. Oh, he started letting it go. It's kind of hard to hold on to that arm when you're trying to run it around the body to go and turn him over. It's better to go and give up some of those situations so you don't get yourself in a bad one.
Van Beek's lead is 5-0.
141-pound weight class.
Van Beek has it one more time, looking for some more back points.
Buena Vista's already wrapped up the victory with this duel. It's only 2 more matches after this one, and they are not going to be able to come back from 37-0 lead. Or deficit. Getting some near fall points there.
Still working on that arm, trying to get it around for the pin, but can't quite do it at that point in time.
Takes his lead to 8-0.
End of the period right there for Mark Van Beek with an 11-0 point lead right after that. 2 other back points.
4 points away from a technical fall. He has plenty of time to do it, so don't be surprised when it happens.
Working on the second period right now.
Potentially dangerous situation. Gonna start it back down at the bottom.
We're having a problem with the clock right now. The clock is not set, so they basically wrestled there for no reason.
Not the first time today that the clock has had some problems.
Let's see if we can figure it out. Gives the wrestlers a quick break.
Decide if they're going to compensate some time here and take a little bit of time off the second period clock. Should start out with 2 minutes. But since they were wrestling there for a few seconds, they're going to take some off. See how much they're going to go for. They're going to stop at 10 seconds into the match, so there's going to be a minute 50 left in the second period. That's a fair assessment, I would say.
Still an 11-point lead by Mark Van Beek. He's working on him.
Another potentially dangerous situation.
One-point escape for Wilcox.
Van Beek finally just said, I'll let you have it, but I'll take you down to the mat again, which he'll probably do here sometime soon.
Cross it. Let's go.
Van Beek more of the aggressor in this match.
Almost had a takedown there with the leg sweep, but Wilcox gets out.
Let's go, Tom. Turn around, Tom. Let's go.
58 seconds left in the second period.
Focus.
Got a caution there on Wilcox.
Drop shot. Look for that reach, Tom. Look for the reach. Inside.
Wilcox stealing his headgear there. Wasn't a very nice thing to do, but
He gave it back, so that was nice.
yeah. Could have ended a lot differently, but
Yeah, that's true.
got your headgear. I got your headgear. Could have started dancing around the ring or the mat.
Oh, he's been doing enough dancing so far during the match. Nice leg sweep there.
Reach, Tom.
You hate to say that somebody's stalled in this match, but there's not a whole lot of action going on.
There's a lot of action in the first period by Mark Van Beek taking an 11-0 lead. There's only been one escape since.
Kind of cooling off now. He has at least a major decision under his belt right now if the score remains the same. But they got to wrestle the third period before any final conclusion can be made.
Looks like we're going to start in a neutral position.
He's got it on the single on the outside leg. He's just going to keep circling around the body. Now he's just got to poke his head up. There he has his two. Score is now 12 to 11, or I believe 12 to 11, 13 to 11. 12-point advantage. If he gets a near
12
fall
to
here.
11. That'd be a 1-point advantage.
Oh,
It's 13 to 1, Tim.
Sorry, my mind is losing it. Needs 3 points here to wrap up his tech fall. And he looks like he might get it on this move right here.
No back points there yet.
I disagree with the referee on that decision, but that's probably why I'm up here and he's down there.
He was a little bit closer, I believe.
I can't even keep the score right. What the hell do I know?
30-some seconds left to go in the match.
Face.
Cheerleaders look like they got a little bit more action going on right now.
You're out, Tom.
Keep that. You're there. Just duck under it.
10 seconds left to go in the match. Van Beek up by the score of 15-1.
He's only going to finish the match with a major decision. He was 1 point away from getting a technical fall.
Still a pretty well wrestled match by Mark Van Beek.
A lot of action in the first period, but after that it kind of cooled out.
Colby Yoder comes out with his hand raised with the victory here today in the 149-pound match. Coming on is now a 157-pound match between Gavin Martin and Daryl Foster, or Chad Raybar, for Dana.
As you can see, Buena Vista's on top, 48, and Dana only has the big goose egg, so.
It's pretty safe to say BV has this one wrapped up.
Right now they're just working on their position, trying to gain a little control, set up their moves.
Heavy on the head, Tom.
There you go, Luck.
Getting a little too close to being out of bounds. Referee wants to stop it.
Coming back to the center.
Down the elbow.
Gavin says, hey, I need to tie my shoe. I'm going to tie my shoe.
And that's a fact.
That's what he said. I heard him.
Take back, hips.
I'll take your word for that one, Mark. My hearing has gone.
What?
My hearing has gone away, just like my wrestling moves.
Coach Baxter is sitting back, relaxed, knowing he has another victory underneath his belt. Still no score here in the opening period in the final weight class against the Dana Vikings.
Dana definitely want to get a victory here so they don't go home with a shutout. It's bad enough that you're going to lose every match, but you definitely don't want to go and just give them away. We're back to the action. Buena Vista with the takedown.
Nice job by Martin right there. Just too bad he was a little too close to the out-of-bounds line.
That just means they're going to start it back at the center where it can beat on him some more.
Three-point match, Tom.
Come on, Tom.
You got to grind, Tom. You got to grind.
We got a 1 point lead by Gavin Martin.
You got to grind, Tom. That's the idea. You got to grind. Stretch those elbows. All right, come on. Take him over here.
Martin's on top now. 4-1.
It's a pretty hefty knee brace that that Dana College wrestler has on there.
Doesn't look too comfortable to me.
Come on, Tom.
Can't be too comfortable for the opposing wrestler, though, also.
Elevate your knee.
Stand up there, Tom.
There you go, you up. Sit to the hip. There you go, come on.
Careful, Tom.
That draws a conclusion to the first period.
Hey.
6-1 is the score.
Come on, Tom.
Starting in the neutral position for the second period.
Working on the inside position.
Cross it, Tom. There it is. Head away, head away. Come on, Tom. Get through there.
You notice how he's slapping on his head there.
Come on, Tom.
That kind of gives it a little
Come on, work.
split second where you're going to lose concentration, possibly open up a time for a shot.
Come on, Tom. You got to work. Go, Kraus.
Seems to me that the Dana wrestler likes to stay closer to the edge of the mat, so if he needs to escape out of bounds, he can.
A lot of wrestlers will feel more comfortable being able to just jump out of the match whenever they don't like the situation they're in. But now that they're in the center, he doesn't have any escape.
Hurry up. Let's go, Tom.
No score so far here in the second period.
There you go, Tom. Pick it up. To his back. To his back. Tom,
Out of bounds one more time
suck him in and go
in this final weight class of this meet. Gavin Martin for Buena Vista is leading his opponent 6-1.
Gotta go.
45 seconds left in the second period. These guys are wrestling at the 157-pound weight class.
See William Penn's wrestler watching his teammates as I believe they are down 27-9.
Being down is where Dana College is getting used to being when they're wrestling Buena Vista today. That takes Martin's lead to 8-1. Doesn't look like Dana College is going to get on the scoreboard. Still got the third period to wrestle through as we draw a conclusion to the second period. Martin elects to go to the neutral position.
All these wrestlers wrestling here today is going to be tired tonight after a long day of wrestling. 1 point escape for his opponent brings the total to 10-2 in favor of BV.
That gives them an 8-point decision, which would be a major decision. Score 4 points for the team. Not necessarily stalling out the match there, just working on their position.
Gavin with another 2-point takedown.
It's up by 10 now. It's up by 9 with the escape.
No points there, out of bounds.
Referee blows that one out. It's pretty close. It doesn't really matter. Won't really make a difference in the match who's going to win.
Just under a minute left to go here in the action.
Giving him crossface, trying to break that arm off. He's got to get his hips back. He's getting too high in on that single. He's going to end up giving up some points here.
He's got to be careful he doesn't end up on his back for the pin. There you go, he rolls it over. Couldn't quite hold on.
Had too much momentum going into that. He just got rolled right back over onto his back. Martin taking advantage. He's up by 11.
Just under 5 seconds to go right now here in the match. There it is, it's the end of the match. Gavin Martin picks up another victory today with a score of 14-3. that's going to make another major decision for BV. That's going to put them on top 52-0. They defeat the Dana College Vikings out of Blair, Nebraska.
Pretty impressive victory. Not really surprising. You would have hoped that it wouldn't have ended in such a lopsided match, but it's good to see that Buena Vista gets another win under their belt.
Really, what was the key point in this match, Tim?
There wasn't a key point. Whenever any sporting event gets blown out to this proportion, you know, it's just sheer domination. It wouldn't have. There was no critical point in the match or in the meet. Like, nobody's match was more important than anyone else's. The winner was already decided before the match even took place.
All right, we have to remember that Dana gave us 2 free matches, or 2 open class weight classes. So that gave us 12 points right there, but it was basically giving us 3 because if you remember, at the 174-pound weight class, they had Alex Gum, and Riley Tonkin, and one of them wrestled at 184, and they were pinned. So you have to remember, that's basically giving up another 6 points for BV. Tim, you and I are going to be right back after this commercial break. Stay tuned into Innovation Video Channel 3, coming to you live from the Stevens Fieldhouse.
Overtaken a city. 2 men have what it takes to stand against it. They are Lieutenant Brock Anderson and Detective Doug Pendergrass. Criminals will now finally know that crime truly does not pay. Watch their exploits Thursday nights, only on Innovation Video.
Thousands of women will lose a child to AIDS simply because they didn't get an HIV test when they were pregnant. You see, there's now treatment that can help stop the spread of HIV from mother to baby, which gives children of HIV-infected mothers something they never had before. A chance. If you're pregnant, please get an HIV test.
Okay, welcome back to Stevens Fieldhouse here on the campus of Buena Vista University. We're back live. Glad to have you with us. Right now, you just finished watching Buena Vista basically demolish Dana College with a score of 52-0. Our next opponent is going to be Northwestern out of Orange City, Iowa. They're just finishing up their match right now against William Penn. They are in the lead by the score of 33-9. So we got to watch out for that coming up. Tim, what are your thoughts on that match?
That match, it's going to have to wait and see. Buena Vista obviously with a better record coming into this into the duel, but Northwestern, you know, they're putting up a fight over there, so it remains to be seen.
All right, real quick, our very own Mandy Meyer is down with the Buena Vista University Wrestling cheerleaders. Let's go down to the floor and see what Mandy has in store for us.
All right, thank you, Mark. As you guys might notice, I have a lovely crowd with me that I usually don't have with me. I think these guys are probably a key factor in helping the BV wrestling team win. So I'm going to ask these girls what their names are and how long they've been cheering for BV.
My name is Jessica Zoop, and this is my first year as a cheerleader for Buena Vista.
My name is Nicole Peterson, and I'm a freshman. It's my first year also.
My name is Nicole Fritz, and this is my 3rd year cheering at BB.
My name is Julie Lang, and this is my first year cheering at BB.
My name is Jennifer Zoop, and this is also my first year cheering at BB.
My name is Mel Schroeder, and this is my 2nd year cheering at BB.
My name is Joan Boehner, and it's also my 2nd year cheering at BB.
Okay, and Nikki is also the captain of the cheerleading squad, so I'm going to ask her a really quick question that I know she wants to answer really bad. I just wanted to know what it's like cheering for such a great group of guys, and I know they're all very dynamic when they're out there and have so much energy. Are they like that all the time also?
What we found is that they're a great group of guys to know on the mat as well as off the mat. It's great to support guys that are thankful for us, and they always make sure that we know that we're welcome around, so that's nice to have.
All right, great, thanks. And how about you guys give me a big Beaver cheer quick?
Go Beavers!
All right, thanks, guys. We'll send it back up to Mark and Tim.
Okay, thanks, Mandy. I just only wish I could be down on that group of girls, or women, excuse me.
Women is quite correct. They have some experience under their belts. I wish I was down there also, but unfortunately, we're up here watching the action from the top.
All right, right now, the mat on number 2, or the meet on mat number 2 is William Penn going against Northwestern. William Penn is down by the score of 33-9. They are at the 149 weight class, Tim. We are waiting for this match to get over in order for us to take it to the next level on mat number 1 as Northwestern takes on Buena Vista.
One thing to remember, after this wrestling match right here, there's going to be one more, and the wrestlers are going to need a break, obviously, because they've been working out there pretty hard, and they're going to need some time to recuperate. But until that time, we're just going to sit here and hope you stay tuned. The next match should be coming up at 2 p.m.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Buena Vista University at Stevens Fieldhouse. We're setting up to take the last round of the duels tonight, or today, excuse me, this afternoon.
Today.
It's getting to be a long day. Of course, Buena Vista has won every duel that they faced today. They're 3-0 so far, dominating every one. The last one, they didn't lose a single match to Dana College. So, Mark, what do you expect out of this next one?
Well, this next match is going to be up against Northwestern. I believe it's going to be a tougher match right now, watching the way Northwestern handled William Penn earlier on in the last match. They won pretty soundly. So I think it's going to be a harder fought match, but I expect the Beavers to come out on top just because it just seems like they have a little bit more solid technique going on here today, and it's just more fundamentally sound.
But of course, Buena Vista isn't at full strength tonight. We're missing a couple starters out of the lineup.
That's right. We were missing Savon Cole at 174. And one more. I can't remember his name real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Still looking. Aaron Shellhorn is not in the lineup at all today, too, so he's rehabbing with Savon. Like Mandy told you earlier after her interview with Savon Cole, that they're expected to be back, hopefully as early as Monday, back into the wrestling room training and developing with the team. Like always, we're going to start at 165 pounds weight class. It seems to be doing really well for the Beavers so far. 3 times we started there, 3 times we won. It's a lot of help when you send a national champion out onto the mat first, like Andy Kruger.
To look at the opponents today from Northwestern College in Orange City, they're 1-3 in their duels so far this year. Their head coach is Paul Bartlett. Opening up for them at 165 will be Tom Garcia or Mike Wheeldryer. Either or, no one's specified yet. 174, Aaron Schmidt or Tim Hertendl could either wrestle. No one is slated yet. At 184, Kent Duzui is a freshman from Rock Valley, Iowa, is in the lineup. At 197, Ezra Stube will be wrestling. And at heavyweight, it could be either Levi, Mark Watt, or Mike Pawasarat. So at the lighter weight brackets coming up after the heavier ones, what can we look forward to, Mark?
Well, we can look forward to Andy Kruger wrestling right now, as you can see on your screen. First 30 seconds of the match, no score. Kruger going for a takedown right here. Really no control is gained, so we're going back to the neutral position. Both wrestlers eyeing each other up.
Working for that inside position, setting up a shot.
As you see the cheerleaders out in full force this afternoon.
Adding their support as we are and you are at home if you're watching.
Score still is knotted at 0. Both players generally not showing a whole lot of action right now.
Kind of trying to play it safe. Right now you got a little bit of a scramble going to happen here in a little bit. Now they're going to even back out and take it easy.
Going back to the middle. Wrestler right now for Northwestern is a junior out of San Marcos, California. Wonder if his parents came to see him today.
I wouldn't count on it.
Kruger has a 2-point takedown as you see him on top right now. Out of bounds to avoid the escape. Nice heads up action by Andy Kruger.
Talking about parents coming to see their kids wrestle. When Iowa wrestled Oklahoma State, Mike Zadek's parents or mother came to see him from Montana, only to find out that he was going to be injured and he didn't even go out and get on the mat. So needless to say, she got to see her son, but not in action.
For all your parents listening, if you're ever going to visit your kids, call and make sure they are home and they are planning their activities. Andy Kruger trying to get him back down to the mat, out of bounds one more time.
9 seconds left here in the first period. Andy Kruger on top, 2-0. Look for him to ride the end of this period out, so he doesn't have to give away any points.
End of the first period. We're going to find out who's going to take the down or who has the choice. Looks like Garcia is going to take the down position.
Seems to be where he likes it. Staying close to the ground. Getting tilted. He's getting some near fall points there. Garcia not doing anything to improve his position. It's only getting worse for him.
That doesn't look too comfortable, though.
Not for either wrestler. Potentially dangerous situation, stopped by the referee. Kruger will remain in control.
Looks like we got 3 points for a near fall.
Add to his, or build onto his lead. Now he's up 5-0.
The ref returns to the mat, takes his spot.
Got to scramble and was able to get the escape. Kruger's back in on the single, going for the double. Going back to the single. Gets his takedown.
That's not going to feel good in the morning. Andy Kruger is up now 7-1.
Looks like he's going to build to his winning spree today. If he wins right now, he'll have 4 victories on the day. The way he's going, it doesn't look like Garcia is really going to stop him.
About 30 seconds left here in the second period.
Trying to get that tilt on, get him onto his back. Nothing doing though. Gonna keep working with the hands. I don't think they're asking for marriage proposals, but
I would hope not.
I hope not.
That's the end of the second period right now. Andy Kruger is up 9-1, commanding 8-point lead right now. Looks like one of the few things that could stop him is maybe slipping into a bad spot and getting pinned.
The type of wrestler that Andy Kruger is, being a national champion already, He's probably not going to be as risky as what some of the other wrestlers will be, and he won't get himself in that kind of a situation. But you never know.
Wrestling is one of those sports where it's different every time out on the court.
It's a flip of a coin. You never know. Anybody gets a chance to win.
Kruger shoots for a leg, grabs one. Takes him down one more time. 2 more points for Buena Vista.
Referee blows him out of bounds. He's going to bring him back to the center. Kruger already got a major decision under his belt, so that'll add 4 points to the Buena Vista team score. He's adding to that lead.
Needs 4 more points for a technical fall.
With those 2 back points, all he needs is another 2 points. He's going to let him up, take him down a couple times, probably.
Kruger with the takedown, nice takedown there.
That's 2.
14-point lead. Trying to roll over and get some back points.
All he needs is 1 more point for his technical fall. Surprised coaches aren't telling him to let him back up and take him back down again. It's all in his game plan. There's only 40 seconds left in the match. He's going to want to do something in these closing seconds so he doesn't get called for stalling also.
Out of bounds. $30 left here in the opening weight.
Coach Baxter obviously not very concerned if he's laughing and joking on the sidelines.
Andy Kruger shoots to go for the technical fall, and he gets it. That's going to be a technical fall by Andy Kruger. 18-3, a 15-point victory. Nice job by Andy Kruger.
Coach Baxter has a lot of confidence in this guy, and obviously he doesn't really have to go out there and start yelling at him, telling him what to do. He knows enough to know what he needs to do himself. So he got 5 points for the team.
We got sophomore at 174, Matt Schuver, coming out to the mat for the Beavers. For Northwestern, it's either going to be Aaron Schmid or Tim Henkel or Hertel, one of them. So with the technical fall, Matt Schuver comes onto the mat with the Beaver lead in the match score of 5-0 thanks to Andy Kruger. Matt Schuver's working on his opponent right now, trying to get a double arm hook.
Matt Schuver's one of those gambling type of wrestlers, so don't be surprised if he tries a risky move.
Try and get his head loose here.
That's the 3rd guy he's thrown today. Very powerful wrestler. Kind of likes that Greco-Roman style.
After that 1-point escape by Northwestern, the score now is 2-1 between these 2 wrestlers.
What fine wrestlers they are. Right now, let's go ahead and take a look at that replay of that 2-point takedown.
As you can see, just brute strength right here by Matt Schuver, just picking him up. turning around. Kind of saw his head smash into the mat too, Tim, so.
Almost like a DDT, but this isn't the WWF.
Yeah, but that'd be bad. You can't DDT people here in NCAA.
Of course not. It's unsportsmanlike.
Yes. Schuver still with a 1-point lead.
He's going to have to make a quick effort if he wants to get in on that leg. He's not going to be able to just smooth in slowly on it.
He's in trouble. No control has been gained, so no points awarded so far.
Northwestern was working the underhook there, but he let it go. Not a whole lot of motion going on. I'd like to see a little bit more. Open up a possible takedown here.
About 15 seconds remaining in the opening period for these two wrestlers. They're just going to let this period wind down. Go on to the next one. Matt still has a lead, 2-1.
Northwestern has a choice. He's going to take the down position.
Schuver trying to maintain control and flipping him on his back.
Working on a little positioning here. He's getting bad position. He might lose his.
Important thing there, he didn't give up and escape to tie up the match.
Yes, he got to keep his good position though. He might be getting out of it here. He's about ready to lose it.
Picks him up one more time and takes him down. Just throws him around.
Not much you can say about that. You know, anytime that you get picked up off the ground twice in a match, you know, you're going to be hurting in the morning.
I'd probably be hurting in the evening and in the night.
Hopefully he'll have some nice ice packs to put on those hips. Let's take another look at that controlling move by Matt Schuver. Just wants to lift him up and some more, getting the leverage underneath, spinning him around. Now the important thing to do when you're going to throw somebody, you got to keep your feet on the ground, because as soon as your feet leave the ground, that becomes an illegal move and you'll lose a point.
During that replay, Northwestern had a reversal, so they have taken the lead away from Matt, 3-2. Let's hope Matt can escape out of this to tie it up, or hopefully reverse this one more time.
Looks like he's getting a little bit tired picking guys up all day. It's going to tear on your body, and you're going to lose a lot of that strength. You would have liked to have gotten an escape there and then chosen the down position in the third period and then gotten another escape and give yourself a 4-3 lead. But right now he's still down 2-3.
Going into the third period.
He's going for a sit out. He's reaching behind his head. Getting high. Schuver has him right now. He has not established control yet, but now they are in a neutral position, so Schuver has gotten an escape. Gonna want to circle back in.
So nice job by Matt Schuver tying the score back up at 3. With the escape, they're going to go to the neutral position.
Right now, it looks like Schuver needs a break. A little bit winded. He wants some water. He's been working extra hard, going and lifting those guys off the mat.
You see right there the Northwestern coach. I believe his name is Dr. Paul Bartlett. So he's doing a great job with the Northwestern coach and his players. As you see, the Beavers coach, Coach Baxter, talking to the ref and Dr. Bartlett. Too bad we don't have a microphone down there finding out what's going on.
Doesn't look like he's intimidating Coach Baxter at all. Whatever he wants to get done, it'd probably be in the hands of the referee.
I would think that they have the final decision.
Obviously, it looks like another situation with the clock.
That's something you don't like to see because we've had a number of them today already. As you see, Matt, action going on the other mat. An extra wrestler from Northwestern is trying to pin an extra wrestler from Dan. I'm not really sure who we have going on down there because those are just extra matches as of right now. There are no two teams wrestling. Just if you have extra people that you brought along that you want to get some experience, we'll just throw them on that mat and say, hey, go at it.
Might as well have some fun while you're here. It's not going to do you any good to sit around.
This is a little longer break in the action than I anticipated, trying to get things worked out. Looks like both coaches are happy, so the ref says, hey, we're ready to go.
Doesn't look like any change has taken place. Scores remain the same. The time on the clock is still the same with 1 minute, 5 seconds left.
This is really anybody's match right now, Tim. It's all tied up at 3.
It's going to go back to conditioning. If Matt Schuver has enough energy to go for one more takedown. Right now, it doesn't look like either one of them really wants to take a gambling move. There's a stare of determination.
Neutral position one more time.
30 seconds left to end this match. If they don't score a point here in the next 30 seconds, then they will go into an overtime period.
That is something that these two wrestlers probably aren't looking forward to. It's a 2-point takedown for Red as Schuver tries to jump out of bounds, but just unable to do it before he lost control.
Looks like Buena Vista's going to lose this match, but they will remain ahead in the team score by 5-3.
10 seconds left. About all I hope is for Matt is a quick reversal to tie back up the score. It's not going to happen. He almost had the escape, but escape is only worth 1 point, so it still would have fell short. So it was a nice match wrestled by these two individuals. That cuts the Buena Vista lead from 5-0 to 5-3. So what do you think you're going to have to see coming up, Tim?
Going to have to see some hard-fought victories, really. The way these upper weight classes have been going for the Buena Vista, I'm sure that Coach Baxter has a lot of confidence in his men to come out here and wrestle hard and get another team victory.
Pretty unsure who the BV wrestler is right now. They changed it up on us one more time. But at 184 for Northwestern, it is Kent Dezowie, just a freshman out of Rock Valley, Iowa. He is only 2-9 on the season so far.
Guys are dancing with their heads. They probably want to create a little bit more space, but they want to take some shots. There's the enthusiastic cheerleaders from Buena Vista. He's trying to get that single leg in. He got to keep driving for it. He got around to the backside. No control established. The referee says bring him back to the middle. Score remains goose-egged. They're working on their hand position. These guys are just liking to stay around that out of bounds, keep their safety. Risking a shot there, didn't quite get it in deep enough. Therefore, they go back to their feet and keep strangling with their hands. Guess that double underhook. Tried a risky throw, and he got caught on it. Buena Vista able to take advantage and take the lead 2-0. It's 1:10 left in the first period.
Looks like it's a 1-point escape for Kent Dezowie, or Dezowie, or something like that.
Northwestern.
Yes. Coach Baxter with a concerned look on his face. He's taken this match pretty serious so far.
Good thing that Buena Vista can look forward to is they have a lot of strength in their lower weight classes. So I bet they're expecting quite a few victories from their lower weight guys. A lot of these upper weight guys who are filling in for injured guys, you can't really expect them to come out and get a victory right away, but you sure hope to see it.
Like we said earlier, this is not the normal wrestler here at 184, but as a coach and as a program, you have to wrestle with the hand you're dealt, and if you have an injury, you have to have someone step up and make a contribution to it.
That's one thing Coach Baxter likes to do. He likes to get a lot of wrestlers into his room. Doesn't matter if they have the most talent, but the more people you have in the room, the more challenges that you're going to have. So you're going to have to fight for your spot, and that's only going to make you a better wrestler.
Competition is a key in that wrestling room downstairs. You see a lot of people working their butt off trying to get a spot on Coach Baxter's team.
It's almost like football. You got 110 guys going out for the team for 22 positions. You know, it's pretty tough to find one of those spots. You got to be an elite athlete to go and get one.
That's the end of the first period. Buena Vista is still on top in this match, 2-1. And it looks like BV is going to take the top position here.
Kind of jumping the gun there. Caution. He's going to want to get to his belly.
Got a 2-point reversal right there for Northwestern.
That gives him the lead, 3-2.
See both players trying to fight for position, trying to grab one limb or another.
Northwestern wrestler has a leg in, making it almost impossible for Buena Vista's wrestler to go and get anywhere. seen a lot. The past 2 matches have been really close. These athletes are pretty well equipped, like physically, and they're competing
pretty
like,
equally matched.
Yes. Thank you for filling in for me.
You're welcome, anytime.
The matches are going a little bit slower, but they're a little bit more interesting to watch, and it's a little bit more meaningful for each of the wrestlers when they wrestle a closer match.
.30 seconds left here in the second period in the weight class of 184. BV is down by 1 point.
Getting close to the outside. Gonna want to work back in if he wants to get that escape.
Almost had the escape right there.
Swung around a little too fast and went down the mat. If he would have stayed on his feet, he probably would have had his escape.
That's the end of the second period. Getting ready to start the third. BV still down by 1. Starting the neutral position. Both players looking for an opportunity to go in for a takedown.
Working on their hand control. Not the most exciting part of wrestling, but something that has to be done.
It's a very important part.
If he can finish this, he can go and take the lead. He's got to watch his control. Want to get his head up. Keep lifting up on that leg.
2 points for the takedown for BB. Good work by the Buena Vista wrestler.
That gives him a 4-3 lead in the match. There's only 1:05 left in the third period. He's going to have to do something. He's not going to want to let him go. He's getting too high.
Got a reversal.
That's the match right there. It's over. Even if he does get off of his back right here, the amount of points that he'd have to make up, it's too many. He's not going to be able to do it. So right now, Northwestern, after this match, will take a 6-5 lead in the team score.
Unless he gets pinned right here, he's awful close to being pinned.
In that case, it'd be a 9-5 lead for Northwestern.
You can still see a little daylight under his I believe that would be his right shoulder. Ten seconds left in the match. He's not going to quite get the pin. He gets 3 back points though, and he's going to pull out the victory. I believe it's going to be 8-4 is the final score. Northwestern takes the lead.
So right now the team score is 6-5 in favor of Northwestern. You got the 197 match coming up, and then you got heavyweight before you go to the lighter brackets.
At 197 right now, we got Joven Loster. He's a 2-time state qualifier and placed 3rd his senior year in high school. I'm not sure where he went to high school. I believe it was somewhere in Nebraska.
Very physical wrestler. It looks like he has a lot of energy coming into this match.
This is his first match he wrestled today, so he's all fresh and ready to go. Hopefully he can use that to his advantage. Northwestern took a quick 2-point lead by Ezra Strube out at Sioux Center, Iowa, not too far down the road.
He's working on the butcher there. You're not really going to get that, but now he's trying to lock up a cradle. This isn't a really fair match, seeing as how BB's wrestler's been already wrestled 3 matches today. It's got to be worn out.
Jovan working on the escape, trying to get his legs underneath of him. Ezra says, I don't think that's a very good idea.
Keeps trying to get that cradle, and it looks like he's trying to waste some of his energy if he's going to try and do that all day. Minute 20 left in the first period.
Jovan is wrestling right now for Dave Doble, who has had a pretty good day, winning all 3 of his matches. Score still is 2-0. Still a few people here in the stands.
To be nice about it. Could have used a few more fans out here, but we appreciate everyone sitting at home listening to us talk. No,
I don't know if they appreciate us or not.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But if you don't like it, come down to Innovation Video and try it out for yourself. Always willing to have a helping hand.
Looks like we got some riding time being worked on.
If it keeps going the way it is, it doesn't look like we'll even have to play a factor in this match.
Looks like we got a little blood off the BV wrestler, Jovan. So we're going to try and get that cleaned up. Coach Baxter is on his way over to talk to his player as you see him come into your screen.
Offering his words of wisdom. Probably the most, the best advice that you could give him right now is to move. You don't want to stay down on the mat all day. You know you might be getting tired, but sitting down on the mat is not the place to score points.
Looks like he's set and ready to go. So we're going to get back to the wrestling action.
39 seconds left in the first period after a delayed injury timeout.
Almost had the escape there, but couldn't quite get out of the Ezra's grasp.
Looked like he's going to try a Granby to get out of that, but he didn't even bother rolling through with it. Hopefully he's going to try and do it there. He almost had it there. Might be trying to go for a switch also. He's going to want to build back up his base. He's putting his head to his knee. That's a sure sign of a cradle.
Working on the end of the first period right now, and as you heard the whistle, that is the end of the first period here in the 197-pound weight class.
With the coin flip, Northwestern deferred, and Buena will take a neutral position.
Score still is 2-0, so not a lot of action in this match right now.
Yeah, not a lot of action, very accurate. Hopefully these guys are going to gamble a little bit and take some shots. Get out of their comfort zones. He's just going to go and crawl back out of bounds.
No points given, out of bounds. Going back to the middle.
Working a lot with just hanging up on each other. They really got to be opening this up and quit hanging on each other so they can get a shot in.
One thing that I overheard Coach Baxter was, that's why I didn't say anything for a few minutes, is Coach Baxter was talking to Dr. Paul Bartlett from Northwestern, and they're going to try and maybe get some action going on both mats here, try and get the meet over a little bit sooner and send the Northwestern, who has to drive, on their way. So if it does, you guys will have to stay tuned and bear with Tim and I as we try and watch both mats go on here.
For the most part, we'll probably keep the action on this end of the mat, but we'll try to keep you as well informed as we can on what's going on the other mat. Hopefully we'll try not to confuse you between the weight classes and the wrestlers that will be going at it. I imagine they'll probably start at the 118 class on the other mat and work up from the bottom.
Well, that 118-pound match is going to be pretty quick considering it starts at 125.
Excuse me.
I'm here for you, Tim.
It's been a long day. We're getting a little bit more action here down on the regular mat, but the referee wants to stop it. Can't get too much action going on because we don't get the fans getting a little riled.
Yeah, he stopped it because that was the end of the second period. Getting ready to start the third. Score is still 2-0 in favor of Ezra Strube. Strube or Struby. Kind of a, don't know how to pronounce that word or that name.
On the other mat, they're going to just go with the next weight class at heavyweight. Derek Schumacher for Vista will be taking on.
It's either Levi Markwartz or Mike Parasarat.
This match is pretty close.
And the weight class is going over there in the background. As you see, Joven be taken down one more time to give Ezra a 4-point lead.
Derek Schumacher's off to a 2-point lead in his match. He's working on his band. He's got the tilt on. He's going to get some back points here. Not much he can do in that situation.
Nice rollover.
Referee's not going to award any points for that. If I was Northwestern's coach, I'd probably be a little disappointed.
1 minute left to go in the 197-pound match.
As we're watching this match close down, Mark, it looks like Vista is going to have another loss here at 197. That's going to put them in the hole of 5-9. How do you think that's going to incorporate into the team score, like for their overall attitude?
I really don't think that's going to play much of a factor. Like you said, the lighter weight classes 4B, they have a lot of experience with their wrestlers. Hopefully that can play a part. We have, like we said, we have Rick Schweitzberger. Nick Field is an excellent wrestler. And if you look at Northwestern's roster, they have an open at 125. So depending on whether they found someone or not, it's a different story. So that's 6 points for BV right there too. So that closes the gap. That probably won't play much of a factor if everything turns out the way I predict.
There's 13 seconds left here in the third period, and he's down 4-1, so it doesn't look like it's going to be a major decision. It'll just be a regular decision. Here's the closing seconds, and this match is done with. Looking over.
Joven loses his first match of the day. Nice wrestled match by Northwestern. Nice hard-fought battle by BV as well. As you can see on the screen, we just saw Nick Fields raise his hand, so he is a victor at 125. That makes the score That should make the score 11-9 in favor of BV. And it looks like Derek Schumacher is about ready to pin heavyweight for Northwestern.
That will add another 6 points to score, but he didn't get it in. Got some back points. That's going to increase his lead 9-2 in their match. They're going to start the second period here.
Wrestling on mat number 1 right now is Rick Schweitzberger for BV and Tom Kraus for Northwestern. As you see, Schweitzberger working on Kraus.
Schumacher taking the international start, letting his man up. As we said earlier, Schumacher's ahead right now, 9-3. Looks like they're gearing up for a throw here. Getting too close to out of bounds. The referee's probably going to want to blow this one out.
Going into the neutral position.
On the other mat, Schweisberger is off to an early 4-0 lead.
Schumacher shoots, grabs one leg, but loses it. Still trying to work for a takedown. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is something we haven't seen today, Tim. We have a little split screen action on your right. We have the heavyweight division, and on your left, we have the 133-pound weight class.
At least we can cover both of them, and you're not missing any of the action.
Schweitzberger gets a couple of back points right there. Schumacher's working on the escape.
Schumacher's leading right now, 9-5.
Schweitzberger is up 12-0 on the left side of the screen for BV, working on that technical fall.
Add 5 more points to the team's score. Team score right now is 11-9 in favor of Buena Vista.
Schumacher's up right now. Score is 9-5 in favor of BV in the heavyweight division. Schumacher's working on the escape.
Right now, he's probably getting pretty tired. He's had some good matches today, good learning experiences.
Just a freshman, so watch him later on in his career here at Buena Vista.
Only 1 second left here in the second period with Schumacher on top, 9-5.
Back to the split screen. We got mat number 1 and mat number 2. Rick Schweitzberger on mat 1 has a 14-0 lead, so hopefully he can finish this out real quick with the technical fall.
All he's going to need is a takedown, and it's over. Looks like he might get it here if he can finish it off.
Coach Baxter's trying to figure out which mat to watch right there as we go back to the heavyweight division. Rick Schweitzberger finishes up on mat 1 with the technical fall, so congratulations to him.
Schumacher still working with his 9-5 lead.
Minute and a half left to go in that match. The match score right now for BV is 16-9.
Schumacher's probably going to want to take him down. get him on his knees. But he's working out of it.
Schumacher's working on his opponent.
Schumacher's backing away. He wants to be careful when he's doing that. The referee will call him for stalling. But not when he's going to take a shot like that. If he can finish on this, he can add to his 9-5 lead.
On mat number 1, BV has taken the lead 2-0.